All right, so here are some of the first things that we have people do when we want to work with them on a little bit of back mobility. For this video, it's going to be specifically low back mobility, the lumbar spine kind of in this area. Some of these, if you're in a lot of pain, you want to be gentle with. And if you're someone who's not in a lot of pain but just have a little bit of stiffness, then you can probably go at them a little bit harder. So where we usually start with people is in what we call a quadruped position, which is on your hands and knees. And what's nice about this is it's not weight bearing, meaning there's not compression through your spine from gravity. And the first thing that you want to do is learn how to just rock your pelvis back and forth. These are often referred to as cat and camels or cat cows. And you're just taking your hips, rocking your back and forth, and as you go down, then you're pushing your lumbar spine into some extension, and then as you go up, you're pushing it into some flexion. And based on your comfort level, it could be a really small movement, you know, if you're just like, ooh, that's sore, I'm in a lot of pain, or you can do a little more aggressive, where you take it through the full range of motion. So getting in this position and just starting with like 10 of those is a really good start. Then what you can do is also go into a little bit of more flexion, meaning you kind of will bring your butt back towards your heel. This in yoga is called like child's pose. And from there, from child's pose, you can rest, put your head down into that position. And then you can also slide your hands forward and then start to drop your hips down. This way, going into extension, okay? So after you do your cat and camels, rocking back and forth from flexion to extension. Extension can be painful in some people, but even if the first couple reps are a little bit sore, try to keep going, and it usually helps to decrease some of the soreness as you go. But again, if you can only go to here, that's fine, and then go back. But if you can get down to here, that's a good way of doing it too, if you can tolerate it. So typically starting with the pelvis rocking, cat and camel, about 10 of those, and then back and forth about 10 times also. So that's a good start to getting some back mobility. Other things that you can do is you can, on your back, if you're more comfortable in that position, even just being here and rocking your legs side to side is another way to provide some rotational type mobility to your spine that can be comfortable to a lot of people. You can also work into a little bit of extension by doing some bridges, just gently up and down. Again, this is kind of a glute hamstring exercise, but actually also works to help bring some extension to the back. Some people enjoy bringing as a stretch to bring their knees towards their chest in this position. You can do it with both legs, even single leg. And then the last thing I would say that you could do for back mobility is to, in standing, when you stand, even do some extension this way and just really gently rocking your hips forward and do like 10 of those. Those you can do a lot, you know, several times a day. So that little routine there that I just showed you, that is a great way that if you're having a little bit of a stiff back or even a mildly painful back and you feel like you need to move a little bit, this is typically what we start with a lot of our patients and getting them moving in a way that is fairly gentle and doesn't increase their back pain. So give those a try. If you have any questions, you can comment below and we'd be happy to answer your questions when we get to it. Thanks.